Hi, my name is Claire, and today we are looking at the new yarn from Daiso, so please stick around. Hi friends, my name is Claire and this is my channel, Woodchat Theory. Here, I make content about what it is like to live as an adult on the autism spectrum and whatever else feels good to me, so if that sounds good to you, or if you're feeling particularly gracious today, and I hope that you are, please go ahead and click the subscribe button, ring the bell. I almost forgot to mention that I put out videos 3 times a week or more or less. There's a lot of yarn and stuff, so if you like that, then you're in the right place. Well, this was not a planned video per se. I went out to run some errands over the weekend and ended up at Michael's. So that happened. If you're a crafter, you know, sometimes you're in the neighborhood, you gotta stop. So I left Michael's, and close by to that Michael's is a Daiso. So I thought to myself, shouldn't we go check to see if Daiso has new yarn? And I am kind of regretting that I did because they had so much new yarn. I will go ahead and I took a short clip of their yarn section. It was a little bit messy, but I'll go ahead and insert that here. As you can see, they had so many different new yarns, and I thought, oh, I'll just do a review and get a few things. Well, I got one of everything that was new, except for one kind where I got 2 of the colors. And I accidentally bought 20 skeins. I wanted to buy enough to make at least something out of each one. And I didn't find out until I got to the register that Daiso has pulled a Dollar General on us and raised all their prices. So I was wondering why the $1.50 sign had been taken down at the yarn, and that's because everything was $1.75. I don't know, in my opinion, that makes the yarn worth it anymore. It's pretty, but they sell it in very small balls. Most of them are 50-gram skeins, and I don't know that makes it economical anymore. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting a huge deal on yarn anymore. Definitely not the acrylic that I reviewed last time. I would never spend $1.75 on a skein of their acrylic when I could go and get Big Twist for $1.99. The acrylic there, sorry Daiso, I love your store. Their acrylic stinks. It sheds. You can watch my review on that. They still have the fluffy teddy bear yarn, which I loved. Other than that, they had 7 new kinds of yarn, and I got some of each for you to see. I didn't make examples of everything, but I wanted to get this up and show you what I made so that you can run out and get some if it is something that you like. So the first yarn that I picked up from them is called mole yarn. Super cute children's colors chenille yarn. I'll probably just make like a children's hat or something like that out of this, unless you have a better idea. But it's a variegated chenille yarn with primary colors and also green. I'm going to assume, let's see, it's made in China. Is it polyester? It's 100% polyester. And hand wash cold, do not tumble dry, lay flat to dry. So just your normal chenille polyester yarn. I'd say it's a 5, bulky 5. And it does have 2 cute cats on the front. Why is it called mole yarn? I don't know, ask Daiso. 40 grams, 1.4 ounces. You're getting just about 20 yards in one ball. That makes me think. I'll be right back. I went to grab the Just Chenille yarn from Premier from the Dollar Tree. This is a little bit thinner, and you're getting 65 yards, 50 grams, 1.7 ounces. And you can buy this for, I think, $1.25 now. So this is just a little bit thicker, the mole yarn, and it's variegated, but it costs $1.75. So I haven't used this yet, but I would just go with just chenille. It feels very similar. Unless you're looking for these colors, I would go pick this up at the Dollar Tree over this. It's just, this is a better deal. Whew, okay, next thing that they had that I was excited to show you. This is called Melange. It comes in a 60-gram ball. They only had the color navy. This is 100% acrylic, and I would call this heathered. Similar to the Premier Simply Tweed, Just Tweed, that I did a review on as well. Not much to say about this. It's pretty soft for a acrylic. They're labeling it a winter yarn, hand wash cold, do not tumble dry. You're getting 118 yards. Let me go grab the other, yeah, 1 second. You're getting 118 yards for $1.75. I just pulled out, sorry, it's a little worse for wear, the Just Yarn Tweed, 120 yards from Premier. Both a 4-weight. The Just Yarn Tweed is softer, and I believe 125, 150, depending where you are. And this is $1.75. This one looks a little bit plumper, so maybe it is a bit thicker. But as you can see, it's the same idea. I don't have the Just Yarn out in the blue, but you get my drift. It's comparable to the Premier at the Dollar Tree, just more expensive now. Daiso, why'd you do this to me, Daiso? In that way, I would, again, go with the Just Yarn Tweed, and I would go with the Just Chenille from the Dollar Tree before I went with Melange and Mole Yarn. Both cute, but this one's cheaper and you're getting a little bit more, so. But I have a secret. I just love yarn, so I don't care. I own it now, it's mine. Moving on to the next yarn. I don't have anything like this in my collection, so I bought 4 of them. They had 2 colors in this, a blue and a cream color. The name of this one is Nep and Lame. Interesting name. I'd say it is a 2-weight. Maybe they categorize it as a 3 because of the halo. It's got some yellow fuzzies through it and some pink fuzzies through it. I thought it was really pretty. It's being held together by a silver metallic thread. It is 80% acrylic, 14% polyester, and 6% nylon. You are getting 30 grams, 70 meters. It's saying that you should use a 5.5 to 6.5 millimeter needle. That means they're probably thinking that you're gonna make something lacy out of this that has a good drape. I think it's gonna be so pretty. I was thinking about making a cowl. And then for part of the cowl, I thought that I might hold it together with the melange. What do you think? Hello friends, so I did end up, I'm not finished yet, but I did end up working on this cowl where I held the melange and the, I believe it's Nep and Lame together. So I just wanted to show you that. And it creates this really fun look to it. So I just wanted to make sure that you saw it so you knew what it looked like together. Really pretty. Next thing that I found was pretty exciting. They had this in gray and cream. You might be able to tell from the video that they had it in cream, but all the cream ones were a mess. They had been unraveled. So this one's called a krill and wool. I got 3 of these because they are pretty small balls. Are they 30 grams? They're 30 gram balls, 28 meters, 30.62 yards. It is 90% acrylic, 20% wool. It is a roving style, and I would say it's a 5. This is the color gray. It's very soft. It really sheds. So hopefully when it's worked up, it wouldn't shed like that, but like it sheds like a cat. So just be aware of that. This one I think is also made in China. Some of them are made in Turkey. I think we'll get to that. Have these all been made in China? The melange was made in Turkey. So yeah, it's probably a 5-weight, bulky. You're only getting 30 meters for $1.75. I'd say if I spent for $5.25, I would get something like wool ease. Then you get 20% wool. So I might pass on this too. I'm pretty bummed about this because just raising the price a quarter, I think it makes it worth buying other brands. But if you like going to Daiso, these are really nice, all the new yarns, but the price change it is a factor for me. We are down to our final 3, and they're all gradient yarns, so I saved them to be shown together. This is in the color citrus. It's just called gradation wool. And it's 100% wool. It's a roving. There are parts of it that look like a number 1, and there are parts of it that look like a number 4. So it should be really pretty when it's worked up. As you can see, there's some pretty colors in there. Citrusy colors. You got like your grapefruit, orange, lime. I don't know what the gray is, but it feels like wool. It's still soft, but it would be a little scratchy. You're getting 73 meters. So probably these 2, I'll probably make like a headband or something, ear warmer. I don't think it's enough for a hat. I think you probably need 3 for a hat. Pretty. Feels a little scratchy like wool, but the color's pretty. They also had this in another color, maybe like a blue color, but I thought that this was more interesting. So that is gradation wool, 100% wool yarn. Is it worth $1.75 a piece? For 100% wool, I'd say yes. That's pretty on par. For $3.50, you are getting 60 grams. And I'm thinking that's pretty on par with other wool prices. So I think that's okay. I was shocked to see that they had 100% wool yarn. So I wanted to show it to you for sure. And again, look at those colors. Kind of sunset summer colors. Really pretty. So at first I thought this was the same yarn that I just showed you, but it is not. And it's pretty cool actually. It's called Air Blend. I think they had 2 colors in this as well. I got the color Forest Lake. Look how pretty that is. Looks like a cloud. So fuzzy. Yellow, green, blue, gradient, white. It is, again, 30 grams. I wish they'd make all of their labels the same. Is 46% acrylic, 37% polyester, 10% nylon, and 7% wool. This is chain spun with fiber blown through it. So there's a white thread or a white kind of chain going through it. Very loose. And then through that chain, there's a fiber blend through it. It's very, very pretty. I could also hold that together with another yarn. So yeah, this is really pretty. It works up into those stripes. I like this. Is it worth it? I think so. I think for what kind of yarn it is, and it's not just straight acrylic, I think that this is probably the right value. I would pay $1.75 for each of these again. The final yarn that I got is my favorite, so I saved it to last. Similar to the Air blend in that it is chain spun with a fiber blown through it. The yarn is called Bulky Gradation. You can see what it works up like on the label there. This is labeled as a winter yarn. It's 20% polyamide, 80% acrylic, hand wash cold. It is 30 grams, 50 meters. So I got 2 of the pink. I can't wait to make something out of this. Headband, a hat. It is really soft. And I can tell you, it is a dream to work with because I couldn't help myself. As soon as I got home, I used the purple that I bought. I bought 5 skeins of the purple Gradation Bulky. It spoke to me and I wanted to use it. So I have a label here of what the purple looked like, or what it was supposed to work up like. How gorgeous is that? I could not believe that a yarn like this was at Daiso. And I immediately used it. Beautiful. I made a waterfall scarf with it, so it's basically just a really long triangle. This is 5 skeins of it. So I think it came out to $8.25, is that right? Something like that. Price-wise, it just puts it on par with a regular price yarn. But it's so pretty that I would buy it again. I wish that they had more. They did have the pink, purple, and then a blue, which I didn't buy. But the gradient is so subtle and so pretty. I just couldn't believe that Daiso would have a yarn like that. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I may keep this or give it as a gift. I haven't decided yet. This is what I would run out to buy if I were you. I love this. It's so pretty. I'll put the pattern down below of how to wear this, and I'll show you in an upcoming video of how to wear it, but wow. It's got purple and then that periwinkle transition color. I love it. So yes, as far as like what was worth it, I'd say all of the yarns that they had in gradations. The Nep and Lane, pretty worth it. And then I would pass on the acrylic and wool. I think you could do better. I would pass on the melange and go with the Just Yarn Tweed. It's cheaper and the same. And then I'd pass on the mole yarn unless you want the colors and go with the Just Chenille from the Dollar Tree because you're getting more with this and it's cheaper. So yeah, guys, I love all of the new yarn that I got from Daiso. I know not a lot of people shop for yarn at Daiso, but I'm hoping that this changes over time and they continue to get different kinds of yarns in. Which one was your favorite? Tell me below in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Bye.